Hi there. Welcome, friends, family, supporters who've been with me through this journey, and those who will continue forward. My name is Christina L. Nicholas Anderson, and I'll be your host for North Idaho Revelations YouTube channel. Yes, I'm reading a script because it's my first time, and I'm a little bit nervous. I've never hosted a podcast or a YouTube channel, and I come before you very humbly and my attempt to do so please have grace with me as I attempt to navigate the technological world that's much more advanced than I am. My style is to be very direct and honest. The channel's purpose is to be fact-based with a focus on transparency and accountability. It's my goal to speak in facts to help hopefully reduce rumors and gossip to take place from this channel. If I state an opinion, it's my responsibility to own it in advance so you know it's an opinion. Throughout the telling of each story captured within the confines of this YouTube channel, I'll make every attempt to be sensitive and kind. Knowing that doesn't mean there's not going to be revelations sprinkled with difficult to see or never before seen footage, interviews, even photos or videos. I will attempt to make a disclaimer or trigger warning so you can choose not to see those things. It's going to be fact-filled information. I'll do my best not to get into trouble with YouTube. Again, this is my first time I'm learning certain words that we can't say, so I'll try to use the alternatives. They don't seem as sensitive to me because they're not genuine, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go out and buy some equipment that should make this go a little bit smoother. Right now I've got a sheet behind me, or a tablecloth that desperately needs ironing, as you can see, and my phone is propped up against something trying to get this, so hopefully it works. While I'm on the screen, I'm not too humble to say I would accept a friendly lesson if somebody knows how to do this much better than I am. I'm pre-recording this. I'd like to be able to do it live. You can see I'm fidgety. I don't know what I'm doing. A bit of history. The local Bonner County Fair Director, Darcey Smith, was found, as YouTube calls it, unalived at the Bonner County Fairgrounds property on October 31st, 2022. Rumors quickly circulated about how this could have happened. Soon thereafter, it was announced that it was, and I say, an alleged suicide. Soon thereafter, the community, her family, her friends, all of us were stunned and shocked. One of Darcey's friends approached me and indicated the idea that maybe Darcey had been, quote unquote, suicided, rather than having committed suicide. Initially, I did not take this very serious. I shrugged it off as another conspiracy theory. I then began attending the Bonner County Fair Board meetings just to try and find out who her replacement was going to be, just to try and get educated on what this looked like, because like everybody else, I was quite stunned and shocked. I began to ask just some simple replacement questions, like who was going to be her replacement, basically if they had started the process and what that looked like, and just to ask what was going on, and everybody was completely zipped about it, and that seemed really odd to me. And the more questions I asked, the more silent people seemed to be, and it was very, very odd experience. And so then I began attending the Board of County Commissioners meetings, again with this friend of mine, and the more questions we asked, the more odd the answers, and so the more questions we had. We started asking questions related to the allegations of misuse of funds investigation, and again, each meeting my questions went unanswered, and there was constant excuses, or I guess reasons, why we couldn't access the documents we were requesting, or why they wanted to charge us hundreds and sometimes literally thousands of dollars to access those documents, public documents in most cases. The longer the questions went unanswered, again, the more questions I had, and the less my friend's conspiracy theory sounded like it was so out there. It started to sound like, gosh, this is sounding a little bit odd to me. We then became regular attendees at the many Fair Board meetings and workshops, as many as possible. We started attending all of the Board of County Commissioner meetings, special meetings, you name it. We were there. We became regular faces, and some people liked that, some people didn't. We started testifying and speaking whenever we thought it was appropriate. The longer we attended, the more documentation we started to request through public information request and freedom of information, as some people know it. The more people we spoke to, the more situation we looked at through Darcey may not have chosen to take her own life, is what we started to conclude. Throughout this YouTube series, I will share with you the information about the events leading up to the untimely unaliving of Darcey Smith, including the very much alleged misuse of funds. We will also cover the events following her unaliving and the information that has come to light around the circumstances of that investigation, or very much lack thereof investigation, surrounding both of those events. The channel is ancillary to a Facebook group out there called Documents for Darcey and other intertwined PRRs, where we've uploaded a lot of documents over the last year or so. Many are still not on there and won't be, but we will talk about some of those on this channel. And there's also a Justice for Darcey tagline, although I know there's somebody else also using that tagline, so you'll have to be careful on the two. It's been very difficult to upload everything in a timely manner, and it's my hope by just doing it verbally here, it'll be easier to communicate it. We know that I can be a chatty patty, so I'll try to control that, but also get you the information on a more timely fashion. And that's once I get the channel specifics figured out. We will share information never shared before, so you can make your own decision on what truly happened to Darcey Smith. I'll add that the first few episodes are going to be a lot of historical information, so if you've followed this case closely, you'll probably feel like it's a lot of repeat information, so you can choose if you want to follow those episodes or not. I will title each of the episodes so you kind of know what it's going to be about to the best of my ability, and then you can choose if it's for you or not. Basically, it's to make sure that her whole story is accurately displayed, and those that aren't familiar with her story will get the complete, accurate portrayal. Let's see here. Please, if you know her or feel like there's a missing piece to the puzzle, reach out and share it with us. We've tried to reach all those who we thought we could. There's still some people who have not been willing to talk to us. We encourage you, if now you feel like you're ready, we'd be happy to speak with you. We're also going to delve into some of the other stories around Bonner County. Some are making headlines while others didn't and probably should. We'll be touching bases on those. Again, each episode will be titled in some way so you know who or what it's about. Together as tax-paying citizens, we elect the officials who run our government. This includes the sheriff, the commissioners, mayors, etc. We also contribute money to our local fairgrounds through levied funds. That's important to know. Let me close by saying I am not suicidal at all. I have multiple recordings of all the data that will be presented. Some is on computers, drives. I've got buckets full of printed material. It's on multiple storage devices and stored in multiple places. So if something should happen to me, the material won't go away with me or my home or anything like that. It's actually spread throughout the United States. Now that probably sounds paranoid. It's not that I'm paranoid, it makes me prepared. We've had some very odd things happen to us since going after this story, and have had some veiled threats, and some odd things happen to not only myself but my family, and so we're just being prepared. Better to be prepared and have nothing happen than the other way around. Remember, in the words of Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world, and that is really what has finally motivated us to do this YouTube, is we feel that Darcey is a worthy individual, and her story is worthy of being told in its completion, and that she's not forgotten. Be watching for the Daily Dot. It's an internet national publication, and they've been working on a story, I think, since like August, and it is due to come out this week, and I have no doubt that's going to be a great article. So hopefully we'll all get to enjoy that together. As you know, this story has received a lot of media attention. It's received the attention of some other YouTubers as well, who are much more skilled at this, as we know, than I am. So everybody's got their own take on it. So until next time, this is Christina with North Idaho Revelations, reminding you, go out and love somebody today, and remember, you are somebody. Until next time.